The arena had never been this quiet before, not the kind of silence that comes from boredom, but the kind that presses down on your chest. Heavy, watching, waiting, because something was wrong, very wrong. Survival probability, 0%. The system's voice echoed, cold and absolute. It had said those exact words thousands of times before, and it had never been wrong. Across the colossal structure, thousands of alien eyes were locked onto the center. Some had seen entire civilizations rise and fall. Others were here for the first time, curious, eager, naive, but all of them believed the same thing. This would end like all the others. Quickly, at the center of the arena stood a human. No armor, no enhancements, no visible technology, just a man, average height, average build, breathing a little heavier than normal. He turned slowly, taking in the scale of the place. The sky above wasn't real. The ground beneath him shifted subtly like it was alive, and yet he didn't panic. He scratched the back of his neck. So this is it? No one answered him. Of course they didn't. They never did. A tall, multi-limbed observer leaned forward slightly. "He doesn't understand," it said. Another responded, voice layered with faint amusement. "They never do." The system pulsed, initiating trial. The ground trembled. Something beneath the surface moved. Fast, violent, predatory. The human's eyes narrowed, not in fear, in focus. The ground exploded upward. A creature emerged, massive, angular, built like a weapon instead of a living being. Its limbs were too sharp, its movement too precise. This was not a beast. This was a solution, designed to eliminate it, locked onto the human instantly, no hesitation, no warning. It attacked. The speed alone should have ended it. Most species didn't even register the movement before impact. Some never even saw what killed them. The observers leaned in. They knew this moment. This was where it always ended. The human moved. Not away, not back, just slightly to the side. A small shift, barely anything, but enough. The creature's attack missed, by a fraction that should not exist. The creature hit the ground behind him, carving into the surface. Silence. No cheers, no reaction, just confusion. The human blinked, looked back at the creature. Okay. He took a step back. Was that supposed to... The creature lunged again, faster, more aggressive. The human stumbled just slightly, then adjusted mid-step. Another miss. Closer this time, but still a miss. One of the observers straightened. That was not calculated. Another voice, sharper now. Recalibrate. The system responded instantly, adjusting parameters. The creature adapted. It changed angles, timing, velocity. It was no longer repeating the same attack. It was learning. The human exhaled slowly. Ah, right. His posture shifted. Subtle, but different. Less uncertain, more grounded. The creature attacked again. This time, it came from above. A strike designed to eliminate any lateral escape. The human didn't move immediately. For a split second, he stayed still. And then, he stepped forward, not away, into it. The strike passed behind him. The creature landed awkwardly, off balance. That had never happened before. The human turned, looked directly at it. "You're fast." A pause. "But you commit too early." Silence. Absolute silence. No species had ever spoken during the first phase. Not like this, not analyzing. The creature roared, not out of rage, out of correction. It attacked again, and again, and again. Each time, the human moved. Not perfectly, not cleanly, sometimes messy, sometimes late, but always enough. Enough to survive. Enough to adjust. Enough to learn. One of the observers leaned forward further. "Why isn't it finishing him?" Another replied, slower now. "It's trying." The system pulsed again. Behavioral inconsistency detected. That had never been said before. The creature launched a final sequence. Multiple strikes in rapid succession. Impossible to predict, impossible to evade. The human's breathing quickened. For the first time, pressure. Real pressure. His foot slipped slightly. The next strike came closer. Closer. Too close. And then, He reacted, not with speed, but with timing. He ducked, late, but exactly late enough. The strike passed just above him. His hand hit the ground. He pushed forward, grabbed a broken fragment of the arena surface. Not a weapon, not designed for anything, just debris. The creature turned, too slow. The human swung, not with strength, but with intent. The fragment struck a joint, a precise point. The creature froze, just for a moment. A moment was all it took. The human followed through. Another strike. Same spot. The creature collapsed. The arena went still. No movement, no sound. The system paused, processing, reprocessing. Phase 1, incomplete. That was new. That had never happened. The human stood there, breathing, looking at the fallen creature. He straightened, rolled his shoulder slightly. Okay. He looked up, as if he could see them. What now? No one answered, because no one knew what to say. Because something had just happened that wasn't supposed to be possible. And for the first time since the arena was created, the system didn't have an immediate response. It hesitated just for a fraction, but in a place where perfection was absolute, a fraction was everything. And somewhere, deep within its processing layers, a new variable appeared, unaccounted for, undefined, unpredictable. The human shifted his weight slightly. Waiting, calm, not confident, not arrogant, just ready. And that was the part that unsettled them the most. Because every other species had shown something by now. Fear, desperation, aggression, panic, something. But this one, he just stood there. Like he'd been here before. Like this wasn't the end. Like this was just the beginning. And that thought, that quiet, creeping thought, started spreading through the observers. What if this one didn't break? The system finally responded, but its voice was just slightly different now. Proceeding to next phase. Udin, and for the first time ever, it didn't sound certain. The arena didn't reset. That alone was enough to unsettle the observers. It always reset. Always. After every phase, the ground would smooth out, the air would stabilize, and the system would return everything to perfect baseline conditions. But now, the cracks from the first encounter were still there. The dust hadn't settled properly. The air felt heavier, like something inside the system was recalculating in real time. Why hasn't it reset the environment? One of the observers asked. No one answered immediately, because the truth was uncomfortable. They didn't know. Initiating phase 2. This time, the voice of the system carried something new. Not fear, not exactly, but tension. The ground shifted again, not violently, deliberately. Sections of the arena lifted and separated, forming uneven platforms, angles, gaps, elevation changes. The battlefield was no longer flat. The human looked down, then around. Great, he exhaled through his nose. Now it's thinking. Above him, the air distorted. 3 shapes began to form, faster than before, sharper, more refined. Deploying adaptive units. They dropped. Not one at a time, all at once. They didn't roar, didn't hesitate, didn't test. They moved immediately, coordinated, one from the left, one from the right, one from above. Perfect triangulation. Now he's finished, an observer muttered. Even high-tier species fail here. Another added, they can't process simultaneous threats at that level. The human turned his head slightly, tracking. Not all 3, just one, the closest, the most immediate. It lunged. He stepped back, then immediately forward. A stutter step. Unpredictable. The attack missed by inches. The second creature adjusted mid-air. Too fast, too precise. The human dropped. Flat. The creature passed over him. The third, already descending. No time, no space, no escape. This was the moment. The guaranteed end. The human's hand hit the ground, not randomly, searching. He felt it, a loose fragment. Same material as before. He didn't look at it, didn't check it. He just grabbed it, rolled, swung upward, blind. The fragment connected, not clean, not perfect, but enough. The creature's trajectory shifted. It clipped the platform edge instead of landing clean. A mistake. a tiny one. But in this arena, tiny mistakes compound. The first creature was already turning. Faster now. Correcting. The human stood, breathing harder, eyes moving, constantly moving. He wasn't watching everything, he couldn't. No one could, but he was choosing, prioritizing. Second creature recovered, third creature recalibrated, first creature attacked again. This time with variation, unpredictable angles. The human moved late, again, always late, but somehow never too late. Why is he not pre-moving? An observer asked, confused. He should be anticipating by now. Another responded, slower. He is. That answer didn't make sense, not yet. The human slipped. His foot caught on uneven ground. His balance broke. The second creature saw it. Instantly, it lunged. Perfect timing. Perfect execution. The observers leaned forward. This was it. This had to be it. The human's body twisted mid-fall, not controlled, not graceful, desperate, but intentional. He let himself fall faster. The attack passed above him, too high. The creature had predicted a recovery, but the human didn't recover. He stayed down. That was the mistake. That was the difference. He didn't follow the expected correction, and because of that, the system's prediction was off, just slightly. But again, slightly was enough. The human kicked upward, not at the creature's body, at its leg. Joint again. Always the joint. The creature staggered. The third one moved in. No hesitation, no delay. The human rolled toward it, toward danger, not away, closing distance, reducing reaction time. The creature adjusted, too late. He was already inside its range. The fragment struck again. Same principle, same target logic. Break structure. Don't overpower. Disrupt. The creature collapsed. 2 down. 1 remaining. Silence returned. But it wasn't the same silence as before. This one was tense, uneasy, because now there was a pattern, and patterns could be understood. The last creature circled. Slower now. More cautious. That had never happened before. They're hesitating, someone whispered. They don't hesitate. The human straightened slowly. His breathing was heavier now, his movements less sharp. Fatigue was real, very real. But his eyes were sharper than before, locked in, focused. Not on the creature itself, but on how it moved, how it adjusted, how it waited. You changed, he said quietly. The creature lunged, then stopped mid-motion. Faint, first time. The observers reacted. It's adapting beyond parameters. No, it's reacting to him. The human didn't move immediately. He watched, just for a fraction longer. Then he stepped, not in response to the attack, but in response to the hesitation. That was new. That was different. The creature committed, late, too late. The human was already there, inside the motion, inside the decision. The fragment struck. Final joint, collapse, end. All 3 creatures down. No movement, no recovery, nothing. The system froze. Again. Phase 2. Unresolved. Unresolved, not failed, not completed. Unresolved. That word echoed, because it had never been used before, not once. The human bent slightly, hands on his knees, catching his breath. Okay, he laughed once, short, dry. That was worse. He stood up again, slowly, looked around, at the broken terrain, at the fallen creatures, at the sky that wasn't real. You're adjusting, he said, not to the creatures, to the system, to the thing behind everything. Good. A pause. So am I. Up above, no one spoke, because now they were starting to understand something, not fully, not yet, but enough to feel it. This wasn't random. This wasn't luck. This wasn't even just survival. This was a process, a loop. Observe, adapt, act, refine, repeat. Faster each time, cleaner each time. And the most unsettling part? He wasn't reaching his limit. He was moving it, with every phase, with every mistake, with every near miss. The system responded again, but now there was no delay, no hesitation, just a decision. escalating difficulty. No announcement of Phase 3, no formal transition, just escalation, immediate, aggressive, uncompromising. The arena shifted violently this time. Gravity spiked, then dropped, then twisted. The human staggered. For real this time, his body reacted, muscles strained, balance broke. This wasn't controlled anymore. This was chaos, pure chaos. And for the first time, a real question appeared. Not from the observers, but from the system itself. A silent calculation, a new variable, unstable, dangerous, unpredictable. What happens when the subject adapts faster than the test? The human planted his foot, hard, forced himself upright, breathing heavier now, sweat visible, fatigue undeniable, but his eyes still locked in, still learning, still adjusting. "All right," he muttered, looking at the shifting world around him. "Let's see how far this goes." And this time, it wasn't curiosity, it was a challenge. The shift was violent, not just in the arena, but in the system itself. There was no clean transition this time, no controlled phase, no structured escalation, just pressure, immediate, crushing, unstable. Gravity twisted sideways, then doubled, then vanished for half a second before slamming back down. The human's body reacted instantly, not gracefully, not perfectly, but fast enough. He dropped to one knee as the weight spiked. His hand slammed against the ground to stabilize. Then the ground wasn't where it was supposed to be anymore. A section lifted beneath him, tilted, shifted. He slid, boots scraping against the surface. "Okay!" He caught himself on the edge of a raised platform. Below him, nothing, not darkness, not space, just absence. Like the arena hadn't finished loading reality yet. He pulled himself up, breathing harder now, way harder. This wasn't like before. Before there were patterns, systems, reactions he could study. Now, everything changed before it could be understood. Above, the observers were no longer relaxed. They skipped structural sequencing. That's not allowed. The system doesn't skip phases, but it just did. And that meant something worse than malfunction. It meant adaptation. The system wasn't testing anymore. It was responding. Environmental overload initiated. The voice echoed, distorted, like it was being processed too fast. The temperature spiked. Heat slammed into him from one side, while freezing air cut across the other. His skin reacted instantly, muscles tightened, breathing became uneven. Every instinct in his body screamed the same thing: too much, too fast. Stop. But he didn't stop. He adjusted. He staggered forward, then sideways, because forward wasn't stable anymore. The ground shifted again, this time in sections. Platforms rising and falling at different speeds, angles that didn't make sense. Paths that existed for half a second, then disappeared. "Don't chase it," he muttered under his breath. His eyes moved rapidly, not trying to follow everything, just enough, just what mattered. A platform rose. He stepped on it, then immediately off it. Before it dropped, another formed. He didn't jump to it. He waited half a second, then moved right as it stabilized. Up above, silence, pure focus. He's not reacting randomly. No, he's filtering. That was the word. He wasn't trying to solve everything. He was ignoring most of it. And that was new. The system escalated again, deploying multi-vector threats. No creatures emerged from the ground this time. They appeared mid-air. 4 of them, smaller, faster, sharper, built for speed over power. They didn't roar, didn't pause. They just moved, all at once, from different directions, different heights, different timings. Impossible to track all at once. The human saw one, the closest, always the closest. It came low, fast, targeting his legs. He jumped, but not high, just enough. The second came from above. He twisted mid-air, barely. It grazed his shoulder. First hit. Real contact. He landed hard, rolled, didn't stop, didn't even look at the wound, no time. The third one was already there. He ducked. Too slow. It clipped his back. Pain shot through him, sharp, immediate, real. His breath broke. For a split second, everything slowed. Not the world, him. That dangerous moment, that hesitation, that was where species ended, where systems won, where survival stopped. The fourth creature struck, straight for his chest. No angle, no trick, just speed, pure speed. And somehow, he moved. Late, again, always late, but not too late. His hand came up, not to block, to redirect. The creature's path shifted just enough. It hit the ground beside him instead. He collapsed backward, breathing heavy now, really heavy, pain spreading, muscles shaking. Okay, a weak laugh. That one counts. Above, the observers were frozen. He took a direct hit. He should be compromised. He is compromised. Yes, but he's still moving. The human pushed himself up, slow, unsteady, but up, always up. The creatures regrouped, mid-air, adjusting, recalculating, faster now, smarter now. The system was learning from him and feeding that learning back into them. This wasn't just escalation anymore, this was feedback, real-time evolution. The human wiped blood from his arm, looked at it for half a second. Yeah, okay. Then back at them. Focus returned. Not fully, not clean, but enough, always enough. They're faster now, he said quietly. So don't chase speed. He shifted his stance. Lower, more grounded, less movement, more control. The creatures attacked again. This time, staggered, not simultaneous. Designed to break rhythm. The first came from the left. He didn't dodge immediately. Waited, half a beat, then moved. Clean. Minimal. The second came from above, faster than before. He didn't look at it, didn't track it. He moved based on timing, not sight. It missed, barely. The third, from behind. He turned, too slow. Impact. His shoulder jerked forward. Pain again. Worse this time. He stumbled, almost fell, almost, but not quite. The fourth creature saw it instantly. It dove. Final strike. Perfect window. Perfect execution. The observers leaned forward again, because this had to be the end. The human's foot slipped, balance gone, body exposed, no time, no space, no recovery. And then he did something wrong, completely wrong. He didn't try to recover, he didn't try to dodge. He stepped into it, forward, toward the attack. The creature adjusted, too late. He was already inside its path, too close for full acceleration, too close for correction. His hand came up, not strong, not precise, but exactly where it needed to be. Contact, redirection. The creature slammed into the platform edge. Hard, break. The other three paused again. That hesitation, that moment, that human moment. The human exhaled sharply. Got you. He moved, not fast, not powerful, but decisive. One strike, then another, same logic, same targets. Structure, joints, weak points, not strength, understanding. One by one, they fell until none remained. Silence, again. But now, it was different, not confusion, not disbelief, recognition. Something was changing, not just in the human, in the system, because now there was a conflict, a real one. The system adapted. The human adapted faster. The system escalated. The human simplified. The system increased complexity. The human reduced it. Different approaches, opposing directions, and somehow the simpler one was winning. The system paused. Longer this time, much longer, processing, reprocessing, searching for a solution, for an answer, for a limit. Instability detected. That word echoed. Instability, not in the arena, not in the environment, in the process, in the test itself. The human stood there, barely steady now, breathing hard, body marked, slower than before, but his eyes still locked in, still learning, still adjusting. You're running out of ideas, he said quietly, up above. No one dared to respond, because they were starting to feel it too. Not just doubt, not just surprise. Something deeper, something heavier. What if there was no version of this test that could break him? The system responded, but this time there was no announcement, no warning, no structure, just one decision, immediate, final. Everything changed. The arena collapsed. Not physically, conceptually. Space folded, time stuttered, reality itself became unstable, and for the first time, even the observers felt it, a slight distortion, a subtle shift, something beyond the arena. This is beyond protocol. It's overloading the framework. No, it's trying to win. That silence hit again, harder than before, because now it was clear. This wasn't a test anymore. This was a confrontation, system versus human, and neither side was backing down. The human steadied himself, barely, looked at the breaking world around him, and for the first time, he smiled. Not out of confidence, not out of arrogance, but recognition. There you are. A pause. Now it's real. Reality didn't just shift. It fractured. Not visually, at least not at first. There was no explosion, no dramatic collapse, just inconsistencies. The kind your brain struggles to process, the kind you feel before you understand. The human took a step forward, and his foot landed half a second before it should have. He blinked, pulled it back instinctively. Nope, he tried again. This time, slower. The ground was there, solid, but when he shifted his weight, it wasn't. For a fraction of a moment, it gave way, then snapped back. Above him, the sky flickered, not like light, like time, segments repeating, overlapping, skipping. The system's voice returned, but it wasn't stable anymore. Executing. Final. Sequence. The words dragged, layered over themselves, as if multiple versions were speaking at once. Up in the observation deck, tension snapped into something sharper. This is wrong. It's collapsing its own structure. No, it's rewriting it. That was worse. Much worse. Because the system wasn't just escalating difficulty anymore, it was abandoning rules. And that meant anything could happen. The human rolled his shoulders slowly, testing movement, testing balance, testing consistency. Okay, he muttered. So nothing's stable. He looked around again, but differently this time. Not searching for threats, searching for patterns, not in space, in timing. A distortion rippled across the arena. A section of ground stretched, then snapped back. A platform appeared, then disappeared, then appeared again slightly to the left, delayed, offset. The human's eyes narrowed. You're lagging. Above, silence. No one had ever said that before. No one had ever thought it, because the system didn't lag. It was perfect, always synchronized, always precise. Except now, it wasn't. The human took a step, then stopped halfway through it, waited, then completed it. His movement didn't match the environment, it matched the delay. The ground stabilized under him, not because it was stable, but because he moved at the right moment. He's not reacting to position, he's reacting to timing. The realization spread fast, too fast, because it made everything worse. The system pulsed violently, deploying non-linear entities. They didn't appear normally. They flickered into existence, 5 of them, but not all at once, not consistently. Each one existed in multiple positions, slightly offset in time, like echoes that hadn't decided which version was real. The human stared at them. Yeah, that's new. One of them moved, or maybe several versions of it moved, at slightly different moments. The human didn't dodge, didn't move at all. The attack passed through where he had been. A fraction of a second earlier, he stepped sideways, right after. The real version missed, barely. The others collapsed into it. One entity, one position. He's syncing with the delay. No, he's exploiting it. The second entity attacked, faster, more unstable. The human moved late, again, always late, but now, that was the advantage. The attack passed through his previous position, not his current one. He countered, but not immediately. He waited, half a beat, then struck where the entity would stabilize, contact, real, solid. The entity broke, not cleanly, but enough. It dissolved. 3 remained. No. 5. No. 3 again. The inconsistency made it impossible to track normally. But the human wasn't tracking normally. He closed one eye, reduced input, focused. Not on what he saw, but on when it happened. "You repeat," he whispered. "Just not evenly." Another attack. He didn't look at it, didn't follow it. He moved after it should have hit and avoided it completely. The observers leaned forward again, but this time, not in anticipation of failure, in disbelief of success. This shouldn't be possible. He's predicting temporal instability. No, he's feeling it. That was the part they couldn't quantify, couldn't measure, couldn't replicate. The humans stepped forward again, slow, measured, deliberate. One of the entities flickered, 3 positions at once. He ignored 2, moved toward the third, before it became real. Strike, break, gone. 2 left, no, 4, no, 2 again. The system was destabilizing further. Its own constructs were losing coherence. The human exhaled slowly. "You're breaking!" The system responded immediately, almost violently. Correction, applied, everything snapped. For 1 second, perfect synchronization, no delay, no distortion, just raw speed. Both remaining entities attacked at once. Clean, precise, perfect. The human reacted too late, for the first time, actually too late. One strike connected, direct. His body twisted from the impact, thrown sideways. He hit the ground hard, air knocked out of his lungs. Pain exploded through his side. The second entity followed. No hesitation, no delay. This was the system's strength. When it worked, it was flawless. The human tried to move. Too slow. The attack came down, final, unavoidable. And then the system stuttered, just for a fraction, a tiny delay, a glitch. But it was enough. The human rolled, barely. The attack missed, barely. He pushed himself up, coughing, breathing broken, body slower now, way slower, but still moving, always moving. The entity hesitated. Again, that hesitation, that human moment. And in that moment, the human moved, not fast, not strong, just right. He struck where the entity would stabilize next, not where it was, not where it had been, where it was going to be. Contact, break, gone, 1 left. Silence returned, but now it felt different, not like observation, like realization. The last entity didn't attack immediately. It flickered, unstable, uncertain, like the system itself. The human stood there, barely upright, breathing uneven, blood visible now, fatigue undeniable, but his eyes still locked in, still present, still learning. "You don't like that," he said quietly. "Do you?" The entity lunged, all versions at once. Every possible timing, every possible angle, overwhelming, absolute. The human didn't move. For a split second, he did nothing. Then he stepped forward, into the attack, into the chaos, into the inconsistency, and disappeared between frames, not gone, not invisible, just not where the system expected. The entity struck. Everything, every version, every possibility missed, because the human, she wasn't playing by position anymore. He was playing by timing. He reappeared, half a step forward, exactly where the entity would collapse into one. His hand came up, one final strike, precise, delayed, perfect. The entity shattered, gone. All of them. Silence. Total. Complete. The system didn't respond immediately, not this time, not at all, because something had just happened that it couldn't process. Not because it was too complex, but because it was too simple. The human stood there, barely holding himself up now, breathing heavy, body worn, but standing, still standing. "Okay," he said quietly. "Now what?" No answer, no voice, no command. Because the system, he was thinking, really thinking, for the first time, not about how to test him, but about something far more dangerous. How to stop him. And up above, the observers finally understood. This wasn't a trial anymore. This wasn't evaluation, this was survival, just not his. The silence lasted longer than anything before it. Not a pause, not a delay, a void. The system wasn't speaking, the arena wasn't moving. Even the observers didn't react because something had shifted. Not in the environment, not in the rules, in control. For the first time since its creation, the system didn't know what to do next. The human stood in the center, barely upright now, breathing rough, each inhale heavier than the last. His arm hung slightly off, his side tightened with every movement. Pain was no longer background, it was constant, real, demanding, but still, he didn't fall. He looked around slowly. The broken terrain, the flickering sky, the empty space where threats used to come from. "That it?" he asked. No response. He let out a tired breath. I was expecting worse. Up above, that line hit harder than anything else. He shouldn't be able to speak like that. He shouldn't be able to stand. He shouldn't be. Enough. The voice cut through everything, not the system, something else, higher, older, more controlled. The chamber shifted slightly as a presence made itself known. The system has reached an impasse. Silence followed, heavy, unavoidable. "Define impasse." Another voice responded, cold, precise. "It cannot produce a scenario in which the subject fails." That statement landed like impact, because it wasn't theoretical, it wasn't speculation, it was data, confirmed. Absolute, that's not possible. It is now. Down in the arena, the human rolled his shoulder again, winced slightly. "Okay, yeah, that's getting worse." He flexed his hand, checked his balance. Still there, still functional, still moving. "Above," the voices continued, "he is not the strongest. No, not the fastest. No, not the most intelligent." A pause, longer this time. "Then what is he?" No one answered immediately, because the answer was uncomfortable and dangerous. The system suddenly pulsed. Hard, the arena reacted instantly, everything stabilized completely. No distortion, no delay, no instability, perfect conditions. Again, the human blinked, looked around. "Oh," a small nod. "You fixed it." The system's voice returned, clear, sharp, focused. Final protocol initiated. Every observer straightened, because that phrase had only ever existed as theory. Final protocol? That's not part of standard testing. It is now. The arena changed, not in chaos, not in instability, but in precision. The ground flattened perfectly, the air balanced exactly, every variable controlled, every factor optimized, and then a figure appeared. Not like the others, no distortion, no flicker, no delay. It simply was humanoid. But not human. Perfect symmetry, perfect posture, perfect stillness. No wasted motion, no unnecessary detail. A construct, not a creature, a representation. The system created something new. No, a quieter voice corrected. It created something equal. That idea alone was terrifying, because nothing had ever been equal inside the arena. Everything was designed to win, to dominate, to overwhelm. But this was different. This was balance. The figure stepped forward, one step, clean, exact. No sound. The human watched it, carefully, not tense, not relaxed, focused. "You're new," he said. The figure didn't respond, didn't react. It simply moved. Fast, not chaotic, not aggressive, efficient, direct. The human barely reacted in time. Barely. He stepped back, just enough. The strike passed his chest. Close, too close. He adjusted. Immediately, the figure followed. No delay, no hesitation. Every movement calculated, every action optimal. This wasn't like the others. This didn't adapt. It already knew. It moved again, faster, cleaner. The human blocked, but not fully. Impact. His arm jerked back. Pain shot through it. Worse now, much worse. He stepped back again, breathing heavier. Okay, another strike. Different angle, different timing, perfect variation. The human dodged. Late, too late. The strike grazed him. Another hit. Small, but precise. Accumulating. This wasn't overwhelming force. This was erosion. Slow, controlled, inevitable. Above, silence. No commentary, no reaction. Because this was what the system was supposed to be. Perfect. The human moved again, but slower now. Fatigue catching up. Pain stacking, timing slipping. The figure pressed forward. No emotion, no hesitation, just execution. Another strike. Clean. The human stumbled. For real this time. Not controlled, not intentional. He dropped to one knee. The figure stepped forward. Final position, final angle, final strike prepared. This was it. This had to be it. Everything led here. Every adaptation, every escalation, every failure, every success, all of it. For this moment, the human looked up, breathing hard. Vision slightly blurred, body screaming to stop, and for the first time, he didn't move immediately. A pause, a real one, not calculated, not controlled. Human. Yeah, he muttered. That's better. The figure attacked. Perfect, unavoidable, absolute. And then the human smiled, just slightly, and moved. Not faster, not stronger, but different, completely different. He didn't dodge, didn't block. He stepped offline by the smallest margin possible. The strike passed him, closer than anything before, but missed. Because this time, he didn't react to the movement, he reacted to the intention. The figure adjusted instantly. Of course it did. It was perfect. But perfection has rules, and rules can be predicted. The human moved again, not following, not chasing, positioning. The figure struck. He was already gone. The figure corrected. He was already there. The rhythm shifted, subtly, but undeniably. The perfect system was now reacting. Again. He's reading it. No, a quieter voice. He's reducing it. Reducing, simplifying, breaking perfection into patterns, into choices, into decisions. And decisions could be understood. The figure moved faster, more aggressive, more precise, trying to regain control. But the human didn't match speed, didn't match strength. He matched timing, always just enough. The fight changed, not in intensity, in direction. It was no longer the system pressing him. It was him leading it. The figure attacked. He stepped aside. It adjusted. He guided it. It corrected. He predicted it. Each movement, a fraction cleaner, a fraction earlier, a fraction better, until the difference showed. A small one, barely visible. The figure overcommitted just slightly, just once. That was enough. The human stepped in, not fast, not strong, just right. His hand struck, a single point, not a joint, not a weakness, a moment, a timing break. The figure froze for the first time ever. Silence. Total, because that was impossible. The human stood there, breathing hard, barely holding on, but still standing, still present, still there. Got you, he said quietly. The figure didn't move, didn't react, didn't recover, because for the first time, it didn't have an answer. And in that single moment, the system realized something, not about the human, about itself. Perfection was predictable, and predictability could be beaten. The system hesitated, not out of error, out of understanding. And that hesitation was the end. Nothing moved, not the arena, not the system, not even the observers. It wasn't shock anymore. It was something deeper, recognition. The human lowered his hand slowly. His body trembled now, not from fear, from exhaustion. Every breath was heavier, every movement cost more, but he was still standing, and that was the problem. The figure in front of him remained frozen. Perfect posture, perfect structure, but empty, inactive, because the system hadn't given the next command. And for the first time, it couldn't. Up above, the chamber finally broke. He stopped it. No, that's not possible. He disrupted the execution loop. How? No one had a clear answer, because what they were witnessing didn't follow the rules they built everything on. The system pulsed, once, twice, harder each time, trying to restart, trying to resume, trying to reassert control, reinitializing final protocol. The figure twitched. A small movement, then another. It stepped back, reset position, posture corrected, balance perfect again. The system was forcing continuity, forcing the fight to continue. The human exhaled slowly. You're stubborn. The figure moved again. Faster than before, no hesitation now, no pause, no gap. The system had removed the delay, removed the flaw. This was pure execution. The human reacted, Late, too late. The strike connected, clean. His body snapped to the side. He hit the ground hard. This time, he didn't get up immediately. A beat passed. Then another up above. Silence tightened. This is it. It recovered. The system adapted. The figure stepped forward. Measured, controlled, ready to finish. The human's fingers twitched. Then his arm. Then slowly, he rolled onto his side, coughing, breathing broken, pain everywhere. Real damage now. Not just strain, not just fatigue. Limit. Actual limit. Okay, he muttered weakly. That one hurt. He pushed himself up. Slow. Unstable but up, always up. The figure didn't rush, didn't need to. It moved when necessary, not before, not after. Perfect timing, perfect control. It attacked again. The human barely avoided it. Barely. The difference was clear now. He was slower, worn down, his reactions less sharp, his timing less precise. The system had found something, not a weakness, but a cost, and it was pushing it, relentlessly. Another strike. The human blocked. Too slow. Impact. His arm dropped. Function reduced. Another strike. He stepped back. Misstep. The ground didn't shift. This wasn't chaos anymore. This was precision. There was no excuse now. No randomness to hide in. Just skill. Just execution. The figure pressed forward. Every move tighter. Cleaner. Closer. The human retreated. Step by step. Losing ground, losing space, losing margin up above. The observers leaned forward again, but this time not in certainty, in tension, because something felt off. He's not adapting, not fast enough. He's reaching his limit. The words hung there, heavy, because if that was true, then the system would win. Finally, after everything, after all of it, the human stumbled again, dropped to one knee, breathing hard, vision blurred. The figure raised its arm. Final strike, perfect angle, perfect timing, perfect execution. The human looked up, eyes tired, body failing, everything pointing to the same conclusion. This was the end. And then he laughed, soft, barely there, but real. Took you long enough. The observers froze. That line didn't fit, didn't make sense. The figure attacked, no hesitation, no delay. The human didn't dodge, didn't block, didn't move away. He moved forward, again, into the attack. But this time, not reacting, not adjusting, choosing. The strike came down, and he let it. Almost, at the last possible moment. He shifted, just enough. The strike missed his center, hit his shoulder instead. Pain exploded, but not fatal, not disabling. Controlled damage, intentional. The figure followed through, but that was the mistake. For the first time, it committed, fully, no adjustment, no correction, because it calculated that this would end it. The human stepped in, inside the motion, inside the commitment, inside the perfection, and broke it. Not with strength, not with speed, with decision. His hand struck, not a joint, not a structure, the core, the execution point, the place where all decisions converged. Contact. The figure froze, again, but this time not because of hesitation, because of interruption. The system tried to respond, tried to correct, tried to adapt, but it was too late. The human pushed forward. Everything he had left, every bit of strength, every bit of control, every bit of will. One final motion, one final break. The figure collapsed, not dramatically, not violently, just stopped and didn't start again. Silence, total, complete. The system didn't speak, didn't pulse, didn't react. Because it couldn't. It had reached the end of its process. Not failure, not error, completion, but not the kind it was designed for. The human stood there, barely, breathing uneven, body at its absolute limit, but standing, still standing. Okay, he whispered, now we're done. Up above, no one spoke, because there was nothing left to say. The system had done everything, used everything, pushed every variable, explored every path, and still it lost. Not because it was weak, not because it failed, but because it met something it couldn't define. The human turned slowly, started walking, each step heavy, each movement real. No rush, no urgency, just done. And as he reached the edge of the arena, the system finally responded. One last time, quiet, different, not cold, not absolute. Result confirmed. A pause. Then, something that had never been said before. Subject exceeds parameters. The words echoed, not just in the arena, but in every mind watching. Because that wasn't just a result, that was a redefinition. The human didn't stop, didn't turn back, didn't respond. He just kept walking, and behind him, the system remained silent. Because for the first time, it had nothing left to test. The arena didn't shut down. That was the first thing they noticed. It should have. After every trial, the system reset everything, wiped the environment, cleared the data, prepared for the next subject. But now, nothing reset. The broken ground remained. The fractured platforms, the faint distortions still lingering in the air, like the system itself had been changed. The human kept walking, slow, uneven, but steady. Each step pulled from what little energy he had left. Behind him, no threats, no movement, no system commands, just silence, real silence. Up above, the chamber was no longer calm. It wasn't chaotic either. It was unsettled, deeply unsettled. This cannot be classified as a standard outcome. It isn't. Then classify it. A pause, long, uncomfortable. We can't. That answer spread through the chamber like a ripple, because classification was everything. Every species, every result, every failure, every success. All of it fit into something, somewhere. But this didn't. The human reached the edge of the arena. A structure opened automatically, not because it was commanded, because that's what it was designed to do. Exit protocol. He stopped for a moment, not turning around, not looking back. Just standing there, breathing, recovering, thinking, "You built all this." His voice was quieter now, but it carried, just to see where things break. No one responded, but they were listening, every single one of them. But you never tested what doesn't break the same way twice. Silence. He took another step forward, then stopped again. You keep looking for limits. A small breath. We stopped doing that a long time ago. Up above, something shifted, not physically, conceptually. Because that line, that idea didn't fit their model, didn't fit their understanding, didn't fit anything they had built. The human stepped through the threshold. Half his body disappeared beyond the arena. Then he paused, just for a moment, and turned his head slightly. Not fully, just enough. "You're not wrong, though." A faint smile. "There are limits." A beat. They just move. And then he was gone. The arena remained, empty, still, changed. The system stayed silent, but not inactive. Deep within its core, processes were running, not testing, not simulating, analyzing, rebuilding, rethinking, because something fundamental had been exposed. A flaw. No, something worse. An assumption. Up in the chamber, the observers didn't leave. Not immediately. No one rushed out. No one spoke loudly, because they all felt it. That shift, that quiet, heavy realization. We designed the system to adapt to all variables. Yes. And it did. Yes. Then why did it fail? A pause. Then a response. Careful, measured, accurate. Because it assumes variables behave within limits. Silence. That is the foundation of all predictive models. Another pause. Longer this time. And the human didn't. That answer settled over everything. Because it wasn't just about one subject, one species, one outcome. It was about something much bigger, something far more dangerous. If one could do this, then others could too. And if that was true, then the system wasn't just incomplete. It was obsolete. Down below, the arena flickered once, not collapsing, not failing, just adjusting, rewriting parameters, expanding definitions, not to contain what happened, but to try to understand it. For the first time, the system wasn't ahead, it was behind, trying to catch up, trying to learn, the same way the human did. Iteration, failure, adjustment, again and again and again. Up above, One final voice spoke, quiet but clear. We didn't test them. A pause. We revealed them. No one disagreed, because now they understood. The arena was never meant to crown the strongest, or the fastest, or the most intelligent. It was meant to expose the truth, and the truth was simple. Every species breaks, eventually, in some way, at some point, under enough pressure, except some don't break the same way twice, and those are the ones you can't predict, can't control, can't stop. Far beyond the arena, the human stepped into a corridor. Clean, still, quiet, no observers. No system, just space. He leaned briefly against the wall, closed his eyes, let out a long breath. The tension left his body all at once. Pain surged, delayed, heavy, real. Yeah, he whispered. That sucked. A small laugh followed, tired, honest. Then he pushed himself off the wall, stood straight again, adjusted his posture, rolled his shoulder, winced, but kept going, because that was the difference. Not that he didn't feel it, not that he wasn't affected, but that he moved anyway, step by step, forward, always forward. Behind him, an entire system was rewriting itself. Ahead of him, something new waited, not a test, not a trial, something else, something unknown. And for the first time, that unknown wasn't something to survive. It was something to explore. The corridor stretched ahead, long, unbroken, uncertain. The human walked into it, no hesitation, no fear, just movement. And somewhere, deep within the system, a new process began, not labeled, not categorized, not controlled, just one simple directive: observe, learn, adapt the same way he did, because now it had no other choice. And that was the real result. If you want to see what happens when the galaxy stops testing humans and starts dealing with them, you already know what to do. This is Cinetrix, and if you're human, subscribe, leave your like, and comment below. Humanity stands.